Hello, I'm Anthony David Hobbs, and this is my review of the movie Rocky. Released in 1976, 40 years ago, so I thought, it's a big deal because of the 40th anniversary, yeah. And it was Sylvester Stallone's big break, his first big hit film, yeah. Now, Sylvester Stallone had been in films before Rocky, but it always only had like a bit part, only had a couple of lines, And he was fed up with it, I want to get famous. Well, to get famous, you have to be the lead role. Now, sometimes it's just blind luck that you get picked. Other times it's pure talent, and other times it's who you know. There are many different ways to get famous. One way is to be the director, because if you get along well with the director, you'll get the lead part. Well, if you are the director, if you and the director are one and the same, then yes, yeah. So, in other words, you have to do something like that. In this case, Sylvester Stallone, he wrote the script for Rocky. He'd written many scripts for other films, but they all got turned down. And he realised, well, if you get along well with the writer, then you might get the lead part. And I thought, well, if you and the writer are one and the same, then yes, you have a really good chance. So, he wrote the script for Rocky. A film company really liked it, but they wanted to cast a famous actor to play Rocky. But no, Sylvester Stallone said, no, it doesn't work like that. I own the copyright to this script. And he would let them make it into a film, but on three conditions. That he gets the lead part, he gets paid $150,000, and he has complete control of how the script is developed. That's very presumptuous, considering he was an unknown at the time, but he got all three, yeah. And I think, well, two other things. He had the body for the role, yes, he was a physically strong muscle man, yeah. But also, the movie Rocky, it just wouldn't work if it was a famous person playing the lead role. No, the whole point of the story is it's about an unknown fighter who gets a chance to shine, get a chance to get really famous, So we're all rooting for the underdog, it just wouldn't work if it was a famous person playing the part, yeah. And I had seen little or no Sylvester Stallone films when I first saw Rocky, so yeah, for me, it was like seeing an unknown get famous, yeah, so that was pretty cool, yeah. Now, the earliest memory I ever have of Rocky films, I think about 9 years old at Christmas time, I saw a piece of Rocky 2, but I couldn't make sense of the story, I don't know from that. Then about a year later, all these kids talking about Rocky films and stuff, and how Rocky 4 came on the telly for the first time, and Rocky 3, and that it was a big deal, basically. Rocky was cool, But I insisted on watching the movies in the right order. And it wasn't until, I think I was about 19, that I saw the first Rocky film on TV. Oh yes, quick bit of trivia here. I thought the first Rocky was called Rocky 1. It isn't, it's just called Rocky. But I thought, I was sure I saw that on a TV guide. Rocky 1's going to be on the telly. I'm sure I saw that somewhere years ago. I found out later there was a movie called Ricky 1. Which, obviously, it's a spoof of Rocky, yeah, so that's probably what I actually saw, yeah. Because, yes, Rocky was immensely successful, and other films wanted to jump on the bandwagon, do a spoof. Rocky 1 wasn't very successful, but they did that. And also, there was the movie about the lady who can do ice skating, one about a runner, another about cycling, sports movies, basically, yes. Because of the success of Rocky, other movies wanted to jump on the bandwagon. Yes, we're rooting for sporty people, yeah. There was another one about show jumping, yeah. And was Caddyshack made because of the success of Rocky? That's all about golf, yeah. Well, I don't know. Some sports films didn't do very well. Some were moderately successful. Chariots of Fire was a huge big hit, yeah. But all of this because it all started with Rocky, yeah. And I think the character of Rocky, at first I couldn't really relate to him because he's so unbelievably stupid, a real simpleton, But that's what he looks like at first glance. He looks like this hapless loser. But as you get to know him, you realise that on the outside he's a big loser, yes. But on the inside there's this burning desire to come out and succeed and shine, yeah. But then in Rocky's defence, he lives in a street where pretty much everyone's a loser. Well, not losers, no. They just have no desire to better themselves, So it's a bit hard for, there's no drive for him to better himself, But slowly, as the story progresses, yes, he doesn't want to become a big winner straight away. No, slowly he has this burning desire to become the best he can possibly be. So it's clever the way they do it. It's not just straight in your face. It's slowly, yeah. Now I have no desire to become a professional boxer, but I like the film because it depends how you interpret it, you know. My burning desire is to become a famous writer, yeah. Be all you can be the best you can be, yeah. So if you look at it metaphorically, just imagine it's not boxing. If you want to be a great fireman or a great policeman or a famous scientist, you know, whatever it may be, yes. Rocky perfectly delivers the message of be all that you can possibly be. And when opportunity knocks, go for it, you know, yeah. And yes, people start treating him a bit differently. When he's interviewed on TV, he's going to go against the best boxer in the world. And his trainer, Mickey, who isn't originally his trainer, but wants to be his trainer now, he goes, "Oh, you didn't care about me before. You care about me now that I'm famous. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's convenient that. You know who your friends are after you've gotten famous, yeah." But then afterwards, although they bicker a lot, Rocky and Mickey get along, and Rocky decides to give Mickey a chance, yeah. And the film is mostly contrived of unknowns. There are some exceptions, like Talia Shire, who was famous for being in the Godfather films. And, of course, Burgess Meredith, who plays Mickey, Rocky's trainer. He played the Penguin in the Batman TV show. So yes, but it's mostly unknowns, because the story is about unknowns getting famous. Yeah, this man that's had bad luck all his life gets a shot to fight the heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, so he really gets a chance to shine, yeah. And he gets more confident as the story goes on, yes. But I think what Rocky is most well known for is the training montage, yes, when he drinks a drink made of egg yolks, yes, and gets up early in the morning, training and everything, and slowly he gets better and better and better, yeah. I think to some extent the training montage is more famous than the fight itself, yes. So, yes, this determination to give it all you've got, be the best you can be, yeah. And spoiler alert. What happens at the end is it's a draw, yes. And, yeah, they say, there's not going to be a rematch. I don't want one, yeah. So, obviously, they didn't intend to make a sequel when the film was made. But I'm glad they did do sequels, but it didn't end with no ending, no. So, they could be a sequel, if not. Rocky worked with or without a sequel, so that's good. That's a good way to end a film. Yeah, don't end a film with no ending. Because if you leave a hint for a sequel, it looks silly if they don't do one. So I suppose if you're definitely going to do one. But yeah, Rocky works with or without a sequel. And it shows, you know, yeah, it is a feel-good factor film. Yes, it leaves you feeling great afterwards, yeah. And you're rooting for the underdog, yeah. So Rocky perfectly captures the concept of being underrated, yes. Mickey says to him, even before he gets his lucky break, "You've got great potential, but you're wasting your life. You know, you could be so much more." Yeah. In other words, give it all you've got. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm Anthony Hobbs, and I'm never bored.